So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video of Rahu and Moon in the second house of your birth chart and what happens when these two planets are conjunct in the second house. And as always, if you do not know if you have this particular position, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, along with all your astrological details, for that, check out the links here, KRSastrology.com, where you'll find my books, reports, consultations, and link to my academy, Maka Vedic Astrology Academy, where you'll find one of my most popular courses now, which is Vastu Simplified Course. Very, very popular now. So anyway, Moon Rahu in the second house. A lot of information. So first of all, second house is family, what you value, money, wealth, banking, resources of the money, food. Okay. And it's the immediate family you get introduced to. Because remember, first house is you're born. Second house is where you're entering into, not the fourth house. Fourth house was the womb of the mother. You were already there for 9 months. But when you enter, it's the second house. So immediately what you're experiencing. So one thing you will see with Moon and Rahu, first of all, wherever Rahu is, you will feel fear. Unnecessary fear there sometimes. So like, as I was saying, Rahu is fear. So naturally, both you and your mother will have fear of money. Where's the money? Why isn't the money coming in? Oh my God, we're going to lose the money. Because here, mind is being overblown by fear. So always, one is like focused on money. And what the danger is here is that Rahu is illusion. Rahu is smoking mirrors. What happens sometimes, if there's no other planets surrounding, saving this, especially the grace of Jupiter, mother can put a veil of what is real versus what you were experiencing. A lot of times you will see in a family that they have money, they've got fancy cars, they go on vacations, they do this, they do that. But then all of that was smoking mirrors because it was all borrowed money. So mother can get into the scheme of showing off, wanting to make sure that the family looks great. When you go to a wedding, oh, we're going to get the top suit, the top sari, the top this, best jewelry, even though you shouldn't be buying those because you can't afford them. And the child will think that, oh, we have all this. And this can really have a strong psychological impact on this individual. So it's always better to see reality with this person. Show your child the reality. If your husband lost a job or your wife lost a job and now their income is cut in half, let the children know. Listen, guys, this is what's happening. So we're not going to be going to this fair or we're not going to go into this vacation because we're going to use that money to pretty much eat and pay our bills. But here, those notions can come into play. At the same time, because Moon is expenses, Rahu is vast, expenses can overblow because of that obsessive, lustful nature that comes in, because Moon is lust. Moon is lust, and I hope my audio is correct. Yes, the bar is here, so I'm not seeing that on the screen. See, Moon is lust. Yes, you can have lust for another person, overblown lust for this other person. But depends upon the tattva. Okay, the tattva of the sign, because there's the concept of dhatu mula jiva, animate and inanimate objects. Are you, lusting after an individual or lusting after something else? And we all lust after things. For example, I lust after this camera that I just really wanted at one point in my life, which is ARRI Alexa Mini LF or ARRI Alexa 35. It's just, I want that 17.5 stops of dynamic range, just even for my YouTube videos. Yeah, I'm crazy like that. I'm eccentric like that. I want that video to look perfect. So I'm like, because if I get that, just the ARRI Alexa 35 with the basic shooting kit is going to be $110,000 for me. Now, if I had this conjunction, I'll be like, okay, let me just put it on a credit card. I'll borrow money from the bank and get this. Oh, I'll figure something else. But you have to be realistic that no, there's no need to have that camera. You're making an astrological video, which you can make literally from a cell phone or your webcam, and people won't care. But we all have our little peccadillos that, okay, I want to set up everything perfectly because I have that artistic eye. So this is where so that lust can be overblown, where one can stalk someone because of that lust. Or one can borrow money to get that because they want that G-Wagon, that $200,000 SUV that, it's like a mortgage-sized SUV. Yeah, sure, if you're making like $10 million a year or $4 million a year, fine, get it. But if you just have a normal, even $150,000 a year, $200,000 a year you're making, which is still good, in Silicon Valley it will be cut in half. No, you shouldn't be getting that. You should just stick with your Tesla. Be happy. This is why such people, when they get money, it's like their hand starts shaking. Like, oh my God, what do I do with this money? This is why whenever you have Moon Rahu in the second house, please get a professional financial advisor or somebody who can manage your money simply. Put your money in savings or some long-term investment. Just gives you, okay, this is what you're going to spend. Because after 10 years, you're going to appreciate the fact that you have all that money, even though your lustful desire weren't taken care of. Then Moon is also food. Mother will always overfeed, will make big meals. Mother will, always overdo things in feeding. And this is what you will do because you will see those habits. You go out, you want to get all the, things from the menu. You're going to pay for your friends. You want to give your friends a lavish dinner. You walk in, oh, no, I'm going to take care of it. You may or may not be able to. Now, yes, Moon is money. Moon actually represents money like Venus because Moon is exalted in Taurus. And Moon is at the heart of all the earth signs. Its nakshatra is all the earth signs, which is representing material things. So it does bring in money. And of course, with the resources of the second house, the money can be made through chemicals, alcohol, wholesale business related to traveling, foreign travel type business, baby products or maternal clothing, baby formula, because it is food. Such people can, especially Venus is involved, you can open up your own brewery or bar. Moon can also represent gambling, meaning one can go into a casino business. Because what is gambling? You get something, you don't get something, waxing and waning. So all these things can be there as a resource of the money, especially they'll happen online. Because Rahu is there, which is the internet. If you see with this Moon, Rahu, Jupiter being involved, they can actually go into being a psychic. Some psychic you will see are very good at predicting the future, may not be so good at past. Some are excellent at past. The future is like kind of iffy. So here, because Rahu is the future, they can be very good at like overseeing things, especially having that long sight because of the involvement of Sun here as well. Sun and Jupiter involvement with this conjunction, this person has the sight. Even if they're not psychic, even as a CEO, they'll be like, I know I can take this company this way because this is how we're going to go and this is what we're going to do. They can see the entire vision. But the thing is, when it's in the second house and also with the second house of face, they'll have a round face, bloated cheeks. Okay, they'll have like prominent lips and big eyes. But also remember, Moon is emotion. Yes, my audio is still... On my monitor, I'm not seeing my audio bars for some reason. So where was I? So with Moon and Rahu in the second house, it can most definitely show that you will have such emotions that you'll get what you need by sometimes faking emotions. This child will cry like crocodile tears because they don't have that food that mom is not giving them. And then mom will be like, oh my God, okay, fine, here. So they sometimes get things through their emotions. They can become brilliant actors. Like even if you want your child to be a scientist, as a young child, put them in drama, they'll become best actors. But one thing you should know, because Rahu is embellishment, Rahu is, can lie constantly. When you constantly lie, it weakens your mind, weakens the health of your mother, and brings fluctuations in your wealth. This is why the saving grace of Jupiter has to be there, where you kind of sense the reality, where you become a good judge of when to lie, when not to lie. There's black lies, then there's white lies. For example, if you're an astrologer and you see that this person is not going to ever make money, whatever hopes and dreams they have is not going to come true, you don't just want to say that. You'll be like, no, you work hard, you'll accomplish it. Just do this and just work hard. You give them motivation, you give them hope. Sure, it may be a lie, but you're giving them hope. They're walking away from you with a hope. So those are different things. But then, if you're going to sell something to someone, you're selling a house, and your house foundation is completely bad, and you just like plaster thing, you call somebody, okay, just cover this up, and then you sell. Now that's a lie. That you're hurting somebody else with that. They're investing something big in your home to get that home from you. And that can then hurt the health of the mother. That can hurt your wealth. So you have to be very careful with this particular moon Rahu conjunction the second, and especially in certain tattva of the signs, it can definitely become an overzealous habit, especially if Mercury gets involved. And then with moon Rahu, one of the things that also you will see happening is that whenever this person travels to a foreign place, goes to a foreign place, comes back, somehow money becomes active. Traveling becomes like anytime they cross a river or cross a border, whether it's a state border or they go to one country to another. This is why, especially traveling, you should add traveling in your ability to make money. So let's say you're an astrologer with this, try doing conferences in different states, different countries. You will benefit surely. Me, I get cold sweats when I have to go in front of the crowd. This is why I've hardly ever done any conferences. Even this conference of Joni that I'm doing, my wife is making me do it. And I'm just like, because I have that bit of that, maybe that dyslexia, maybe that, some kind of a disability where just, even when people recognize me in public, my body shuts down underneath. I freeze. I may be laughing and all that, but it's something stems from childhood. And I know why. It stems from my father, but still, if I had this, I would travel. I probably won't do conferences. But you should travel. Traveling and movement, and especially go to places with vast water, ocean. So if you live in the middle of the United States, go to Florida, go to California. Well, maybe not California, but go to Florida. Go to like Galveston, Texas. Go to Bahamas. And you will see somehow, some way, money starts churning. Okay. So, and then also, like I said, they can make money through medicines, chemicals, all those things. So anyway, guys, this is my analysis of Moon Rahu in the second house. I mean, literally, I can go for like another 20 minutes, 30 minutes. If I was to tell you all the Karkavastas and everything, I'll keep going. But anyway, it's going to become more and more heavy on my editing. So we'll see you later. I'm going to go see Sri M. I'll be back soon. And we'll carry on with our other series. Bye-bye.